Good evening. At least 151 people have been crushed to death in the South Korean capital after Halloween celebrations went terribly wrong in the early hours of this morning. 19 foreigners are among the dead, and DFAT says it's making urgent inquiries to determine whether any Australians were harmed. Another 82 people are injured, and authorities are warning the death toll could still rise. The President, Yoon Suk-yeol, has declared a national period of mourning and says he's struggling to contain his grief. The tragedy unfolded in the popular nightlife district of Itaewon in downtown Seoul. The government's ordered a full investigation into what happened. And a warning, this story contains distressing images.
It was supposed to be a celebration. The first time in 3 years a Halloween party was allowed in Seoul streets. As many as 100,000 people packed into downtown Itaewon, singing and dancing together after years of distancing. Then, for reasons still unclear, they surged into a narrow alleyway. Some could sense the danger before it erupted. The woman who posted this video to Twitter wrote, "Wildly unsafe in Itaewon right now." Then, a few hours later, she tweeted again, "I can't believe this. I can't believe this." What happened in between, captured on video in all its disturbing detail. Hundreds of people unable to move, unable to breathe. Some tried to climb their way out, but for dozens more, there would be no escape.
And I had told the crowd, "You can't come this way. People are dying." Because I already knew how bad it was. And people were being so rude. And I had to tell them, like, "You can't come this way." And then it took so long for emergency services to arrive.
First responders struggled to reach the injured. Medics and civilians were seen frantically performing CPR on the unconscious. Those who couldn't be saved were lined up on the roadside before they were eventually taken to a nearby hospital.
호텔 앞에서 이제 막 영화에서 봤던 장면들이 막 전쟁 났을 때 통제하는 거 있잖아요. 그런 게 실제로 벌어진 거예요. 그래서 막 사방에서 심폐소생술을 하고 있고 이제 그게 다 통제가 안 되니까 사람들은 밀려 들어오고 그래서 아예 통제가 안 되는 상황이었어요.
The district's fire chief updated the death toll throughout the night, skyrocketing from 2 to 7 to 59, then through to triple figures. He says most of the dead were in their 20s or just teenagers.
원인은 조사 중에 있습니다. 기후는 할로윈 행사 축제 중 다수의 인파가 넘어지면서 참석 시민 다수의 사상자가 발생한 사고입니다.
In the morning, South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol visited the scene of the disaster, walking 3 abreast down the narrow alley hundreds were jammed into just hours earlier.
마음이 무겁고 슬픔을 가누기 어렵습니다. 정부는 오늘부터 사고 수습이 일단락될 때까지 국가 애도 기간으로 정하고 국정의 최우선 순위를 본건 사고의 수습과 후속 조치에 두겠습니다.
World leaders joined him in expressing their collective horror at the tragedy. The US, UK, Germany, Canada and France among those sending their condolences. The President has promised new safety measures to ensure that what will likely be remembered as one of South Korea's darkest days will never be repeated. Claudia Farhart, SBS World News.